realize it in the background, but this
One, two, three, four.
What's up? What's up? What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Strategy Vault Live.
What's up? I'm Felix.
I'm Gio. It's Tuesday today, and we're talking organization, optimization, and operations. Get efficient. So come on down, and let's open the vault. All right, guys, we're just going to kick things off with our first sponsor of the day, Stratégie Conseil. If I can just have my boy Felix over here get that ad up for me on the screen. Ever feel like your business is stuck on a treadmill and it's running in one place? Well, at Stratégie Conseil, they take you off the treadmill and put you on a rocket ship. Forget about hiring an army of consultants. Their team streamlines your sales process and automates your workflows so you can scale smarter, not harder. Are you ready for liftoff? Elon, head to stratégieconseil.ca and watch your business take off.
Let's go. Let's go, bro.
You're ready, Elon?
Yes.
We're ready for the rocket ship, bro. Let's go.
I love this. I love this introduction. Oh man, bro, what a day! What a windy day, man. C'est fou, on a eu.
Can't wait for it to be over the winter, man. Ugh. Stop praying for snow, Felix. This guy over here prays for snow. Have you ever met somebody like that? This guy, and he admits it to me.
He's like, you say that on the live.
Pray for snow. I want to go do some rackets. What? You want to go do rackets because he's French, you know? So some of the words don't come out good. In French, racket means like when you put on like these rackets or like these massive tennis shoes on your feet and you walk on the snow.
Tennis shoes.
So this guy said, please.
Snowshoes. They're called snowshoes. I love snowshoeing.
On va aller faire du racket.
Bro.
Anyways, moving
this
on.
cold got me a little.
Got you in a little icy mood, huh?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry for this, guys. Got me a little sick. I got my little drink, hot drink here. I hope everything will be fine during the live. But hey, no excuse. We're here. Today we're tackling the reactive planning model. Nothing special here. Yeah, sorry, I forgot to take out the battery. Nothing special here, but quite interesting subject, Jord. What happens when you start late? We all do start late.
Story of my fucking life, bro. Shit.
I just feel like this is everyone, and this became like more.
We always leave
like
stuff to the last minute. We always leave stuff to the last minute, huh?
This is just like the thing of our generation. I just feel. This is the topic of our generation. Putting everything like this in school. It was funny. But now in work, and we're talking productivity a lot. If you're watching the news, you're looking at the G7 countries, and Canada is making a poor figure, poor kid. Like it's us, who's like it's our generation that's driving the numbers down right now because we're supposed to be at the prime time of our productivity, and we're supposed to take over, and it's not happening right now. Why is it not happening? What's happening with the young Canadians who are taking over industries and the economy? What's happening with the productivity?
Well, I think that, like, speaking for myself, like when it comes to having a deadline to submit something, I feel like when we look at the calendar, okay, it's due next week. we tend to be not stressed about it. And we always tend to stress at the last minute. Like it gives us some kind of superpower to finish the task in like supersonic speeds. So like if we're talking about deadlines and last minutes, I don't know what it is. Like we try to fit in other stuff that are not as urgent, and we leave like kind of the like the thing that is due for the last minute. And you know what's funny? Elon Musk said something funny about that. Like, was it Elon Musk? We spoke about this last time. That like it unlocks something in your brain, like some kind of like superpower to finish fast and like be super creative, because you have like this survival mode that like I don't know, kind of like.
Well, you know what's interesting? This podcast made us realize a bunch of things about content creation, and also the fact that it's a live. So it's a lot. It's not only a podcast; it's a live stream. So we're here live. So for people watching us later on, you need to understand. Every night, me and George, we're setting up like a full new content template for this, and we have the 5 different days, right? That's another. We added another layer of difficulty to our thing. I think you and me, we love the challenge, George, because you never refused. As soon as we started this thing, you never said, no, that's too hard. It's gonna be too hard. You never said too hard. From what I
No,
could,
of course not.
you never said too hard as we went on this podcast creation, and I realized it. We're at 85 today. The content creation process got so much faster and faster and faster, and I became more like effective at doing that task, and which for most people it would be daunting. Like it would be like, hey, I won't be doing 5 times a week what I'm doing once a week for my podcast. That's happening only once a week. Yes, but maybe there's something that you're doing in your like once a week that's like that you need to cut off. Like it's all about like, and we're gonna be talking about it today, because what's a deadline if you could like forever push it, right? So if you could push the deadline, there's no deadline. It's all it's virtual boundaries.
It's like, you know what comes to mind? Like court cases. You know, when lawyers are always trying to, somebody's like gonna lose in court, but the lawyer's like, oh, don't worry, I'll postpone.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you can delay the inevitable. You just keep delaying it. That's what comes to mind when you say like delaying the deadline. But eventually, you're gonna have to face it, right? Eventually, you're gonna have to complete your document. You're gonna have to show up in court. You're gonna have to do it. So why not structure ourselves good and like create a list, create our to-do lists, and use the GTD method and tackle everything in life with that list? Everything would be so much better. We would like have something to do. We would take care of it right away. It would clear our from our brain, and we would have space for more creative stuff. The thing is, we just cram and cram and cram. Oh, it's due next week. It's okay. I'm gonna allow myself to not think about it for now.
Worse than that, George.
But you're still thinking about it.
You're
still thinking about those things.
You know what's crazy? I feel like I hear you talking. The worst part about what you're saying is everything you said. Yes, but even worse than that, we get discouraged after a certain point. Like we never really talk about that. Like people getting discouraged is like another talk topic, in my opinion. Like people are trying to be like so tough in these podcasts. Yeah, I never got discouraged. I was always fighting. Bro, it's not true. Like it's just not true. Like at some point to be where you are, you had to like go through a lot of anxiety, because not everything, unless like you had to like some kind of magic trick or magic sauce, like you have some kind of anxiety and uncertainty that like was plowing your mind and was paralyzing you from doing anything. and you had to like find something to like keep on going. I think that's the worst part of like meeting deadlines and having all these deadlines and adding more deadlines to like to your work and having more responsibilities. We tend to see that, and that's when I hear the most people like go like, oh yeah, I went how do they say, I went burnout. Sorry, I forgot the word.
Yeah.
Burnout. I like you go burnout because you thought that more responsibilities meant more
More success.
more
More
pressure.
outcome.
Well, more success, but also more pressure. Oh my god, my camera is so
Which it is. Yeah, me too. My camera is like, my lighting is here.
so weird, man.
My skin is so pale in the winter. I look like a cancer patient, especially with my bald head.
Man, this winter is not doing us any
It's
good, my
not,
friend.
bro. I'm fucking done with the winter, bro. I'm done, man. It's enough with me. I've had enough of winter, man.
Yeah,
And skin and
so
shit.
I'm sorry
But,
for this, guys.
I just want to move on to Fel. I don't know if you had another word to. I just wanted to move on to the next question.
Yeah.
Why do you think so many people resist planning up front? Do they see it as boring, time consuming, or why do you think? Why do most people not plan up front and they just kind of like live life in the abyss and they just walk into life and like, okay, whatever hits me, I'll in my journey. How can you be successful? You cannot be successful like that. Impossible that you're just gonna magically just walk through life like, I'm gonna go to work today. I'm gonna go home. Like,
Very good question. Yeah.
so what do you
just
think
feel
about
like
that?
my thought on this is really that like I said, people see it as micromanaging, so they tend to not want to just put aside their thought and have like a manner to just organize their thought. It could take you like 10 minutes as fast as 10 minutes a day to just like do a mind sweep.
Your camera's a bit frozen now, Phil. You know,
It's crazy. It's bothering me a lot, bro. It's really bothering me. You know what? I know what's happening right now. Let me take that down. It's gonna help. And this is also gonna help. This should help. Close down something and put the fan.
I feel like we just don't do it because it's not the sexy thing to do. Like, it's not the sexy thing now. Our brains are so obsessed with having instant pleasure, instant gratification, that we tend to not really plan. But for those who do plan, those are the people that end up getting success because they literally draw a map of where they're going, as opposed to the other people. I don't know if you're listening to me or.
Yeah, I'm here. I feel like they didn't reap any results, so they don't know yet the benefits of like planning,
Not giving up
ahead. Yeah. Listen, why do you think so many people resist going to the dentist?
Because they're okay now. So right now in the moment, they're like, oh well, my teeth are fine. They're not hurting, and they wait. Yeah, I can't see you.
Shit, Mike, it's so deep, bro. It's so deep.
Okay, just close your camera. We'll still talk.
Yeah. Can you hear me well?
Yeah, I can hear you well.
But yeah, I just feel like people, as soon as they don't like see an immediate result, like immediate benefits,
Yes,
they go away.
Yeah, they go away. They don't see the light in the end of the tunnel. They just go away.
And it hurts to go to the dentist, right? So it hurts also to sit down at your desk and organize your stuff for the week, or take like 10 minutes at the end of the day and just do a mind sweep of all this stuff, like all the things, the little things as a business owner. that the people told you, hey, could you remember, hey, this would be a great idea, a good idea. um, I guarantee you that at any phase of your business, even if it's like super like not going well and you're looking for financial solutions, whatever, it will always stay good and be good to have these things in place, these little things, these little details where you're gonna pick up like all the little things that your employees, even if it's not the time. We have the tendency to tell someone it's not the time. It's never gonna be the time for these guys
Mhm.
to tell you these little details. Hey, boss, this client told me, and you know what? You might tell one of your employees something like it's not the time right now, and he might say in his head, "Well, f off then. It's never gonna be the time. The time was now. I was about to give you like some clients. About to give you some business, but now it's not the time because your priorities are supposed to be aligned somewhere else." But you know what? Like most of the things I was trying to fix myself like either at home in my shower. We said like, oh, we find the best ideas in the shower. I was trying to find
Yeah.
ideas in the shower and at the office. I was trying to do a bunch of things, and my employees who were on the field, they had the best ideas. So if you take like some time to do these little things to organize yourself, call your guys, have meetings. What's up? What's the game plan? Okay,
You
this
know
is the
what?
game plan
Like
for today.
for me, how, because I used to be like a later man. You know what a later man is, or a later person is? Later person is somebody who says, "I'll start that later. I'll start the project later. I'll start my business venture later." I used to be like that, and I used to like whenever I used to tell my brain, "Yeah, later I'll start it." I used to get instant gratification. I used to get instant happiness in my brain because my brain was like satisfied for a second. It's like, okay, well, you're gonna do it later, so I'm satisfied. And as I got older, it didn't work anymore. I used to tell myself like, okay, I'll do it later. I'll start it later, whatever it was. And my brain would be like, no, you're a liar. You're a fucking liar. You're not gonna start it later. And then it's like no, I'm not gonna start it later. It's like there's no evidence that I'm gonna start it. My brain doesn't have evidence that I'm gonna start it later. So it started like clawing at me, like
Mm.
no matter what it was, whether it was to start if I wanted to like start like a side hustle, like let's say I was working my job at TD. I used to always tell myself like, yeah, okay, I'm not happy right now on my job, but I'm gonna start something soon. I'm gonna start an online business, whatever it was. And then after a while, it's like, no, you're not gonna start it. Like, I don't know if everybody's mindset works this way. But like with time, your brain just kind of says like, "No, you're not gonna do it. I know you're not gonna. We've been here before. You said you were gonna start it and you didn't. So this time you're not. So then I started saying like, "No, man, I gotta do it now." It was a realization at that point where it's like, "No, it's not later. I gotta do it now." I don't know if it was the same thing for you or like how you like kind of navigate the do it now or do it later scenario.
I was reading through the notes a little earlier, and I realized that my thing was to keep myself busy, like on the roll.
To keep yourself
Um,
busy, like your mind like always needed the
yeah, it's
like a dopamine of like let me go on YouTube, let me go like watch something, let me go on social media type of
so
thing.
so I'm always trying to like multiply action, as we're
Hmm.
looking into the 10x books and all that 10x section. It's good, but it's also like you need to do it like with caution. Like this could become toxic if you don't do it properly. But this like to multiply action, no matter what was happening. Um, if you keep yourself on the roll, um, how can I explain this? Like this podcast, right? This this is crazy. 5 days a week we're doing this live, you and me, and we didn't plan to like stop or do seasons or do like 3 months and then we're gonna take a month off. No, just every day, man, and we'll see. and
We'll
we're
see.
just like 85 days in, 5 days a week. And you know what's crazy? Like, it forces you to be busy and make time for the things that really matter to you, that you like, that you've decided that were uh, like that that genuinely, like, we're bringing you joy. Like, this brings me joy. Doing this with you, Jordan, every night, preparing this content makes me joyful. I'm happy to do it.
So do
It's
you think
actually
it's
nice.
finding something that gives you joy, that'll make you never give up until you achieve your goals?
I sent you
Like
this
you,
video today of this guy who's talking about, like, why these movies are not picking up. These movies in theaters are not picking up like they used to, because it's not art. It's just not art. It's art. Art is dead. Like, art is over. We're all trying to make our things or movies sound like something that people would like or want to listen to, but it's not working that way. People are listening to stuff we're coming straight from the heart. We love Jim Carrey because Jim Carrey does these faces that make you like, he's like he looks like your, like, he could be like your uncle. This guy, he looks like
he's fucking funny. I love Jim Carrey, bro.
he's super funny, bro.
Alrighty then.
He's a super real guy,
Hilarious,
and also
bro.
in real life, if you meet this guy, he's gonna, like, apparently he's a very true spirited guy, So I just feel like people are taking things way too seriously in general, and everything has to be redone. Let's be real, like, this society right now, the way, like, in the state of things, like, everything has to be redone. Nobody really knows what's the next chapter. With all these changes in the past 20 years, I'm sorry, guys. But there's a chance for every one of us. And, like, you could start right now doing things in a total different way than our parents or your uncles used to do it. Like, start businesses, have a team, manage a team, do HRs, do accounting. You could, like, everybody's going to tell you, no, you can't do that. You need to hire someone. You need to hire Ghislaine, and she's going to help you. You can't, like, you can definitely do it your way and have your own side agenda and make it work, bro. Make it really work. Just put it on the calendar.
Like, bro, there's like a million different ways of doing it. There's not just one way.
No,
it's not just one way of doing things. Like, the way I see it, bro, is that at the end of the day, like, if you just keep showing up every single day, like, eventually, man, like, things are gonna go your way, and you're gonna catch a break, and you're gonna hit.
Someone's gonna hit your LinkedIn, and it's just gonna, hey,
bro, something's gonna
yeah.
spark, man. Like, in my experience, like, there's so many times where I just felt like not optimistic about stuff, and then I go to bed, I wake up the next day, and I'm like a whole new person, ready to continue going. Like, you just gotta fucking show up, man. You're not always gonna be motivated, bro. Like, it's all the same. Like, it's human nature. Like, we're not always gonna be like pumped and amped and energetic. But one thing that we could do is just be disciplined and just show up regardless.
100%. That's what
like,
we're
be
doing.
Disciplined with our tier. The thing we're talking about today is master proactive planning. Like, we should not skip that. Bro. I have a fucking paper and a pen every day. I'm writing stuff down, regardless of if it
that's my
there's
thing.
no right way of doing it. Like,
that's my thing. And then
I sit down the night before, the night before, and I plan the next day. So I have my big picture, my big vision for the future. But then, what specific things am I doing tomorrow? What specific actions am I taking tomorrow? So I sit down and I just write down, and I have my routine every day. Wake up, go to the gym, have coffee, go to the gym, make breakfast. It's my routine every single morning. And then after that, it's like whatever steps I'm going to take to do that day, right?
But I suggest, though, for everyone
when I don't, hold on, I just want to finish this point. When I don't have this list, no problem. When I don't have this list written down, I just kind of like walk in the abyss during the day. I just kind of walk in and I waste time and I don't know what I'm doing. because I didn't plan out what specific steps I'm going to take. When I actually write down specifically what steps am I going to take the next day, it doesn't have to be perfect, but as long as I have some kind of structure of my day, like it's going to save me like 2-3 hours of pure productive hours during the day just by planning it out the day before. So anyways,
I just wanted to say, George, because for some of us people, a single day could become chaos. Like Mondays for us, I expect Mondays to be anything, because as a business owner, you just like start your day. You don't know what's gonna happen, what call you're gonna get, who crashed a bus or who did something, who crashed it. Like you don't know. Like first, I could just imagine for an Amazon manager, floor manager, having all these trucks on the road. I was thinking, I only have a few cars on the road, and I was sometimes managing just that is like pure stress. And so for all you fleet people who are managing fleets, I'm taking off my hats to you boys, because this is a real challenge to have people on the road managing teams. You're gonna have these days where you planned out everything, you planned meetings, you were supposed to go there, and it's gonna be very different. And you need to have something in place to be able to push something. Like you need to have these things with your team in place. Like, hey, if something happens on Monday, we've said that before. On Monday, we might have emergencies. I told you I was going to be there, but you might not see me there. I was supposed to be at the meeting, but I have my backup plan, which is you're going to be calling my personal assistant or whatever.
Like, plans will change though.
Like rebook.
Like plans will change though. At the end of the day, like to have to be planned out, it doesn't mean you're going to follow it to the T. There's always going to be like stuff that you didn't expect that's going to happen. Like you said,
my trick, George, to me, it was the mind sweeps. So I have so many things.
Mind sweeps.
Yeah, I suggest for any people who are interested, like who are having a lot more projects on their thing, like that they could just like contain. And for us, like we're a startup, and we're managing clients' projects also who are like sometimes not very organized. So we're trying to keep our quality right. We need to be organized sometimes for other people.
Yeah.
So how do you do that? For some people, it might be very small. I could suggest something, and I don't want to take like all day, but really for a small price, Zoho Sprint. And you laugh every time I say Zoho Sprint, George.
No.
But you should really go check it out. Zoho Sprint is a very nice program where you just enter all your projects, and it costs like it's pennies. I think it's $7 per person per month or something. I pay per year. I think it's ridiculous. But I don't really feel like paying that, because it's just managing everything at one place, and it takes me 10 minutes or 12 minutes a day. 15 if I have a lot of things to enter.
What does it do? It's like an AI program or something
there's no AI. Well, I don't use any AI features. I use it purely to manage my projects and manage my ideas. Who are supposed to be like inside this project, that project. When it comes to like all the HR is in that project. I have these ideas. Some people on a certain contract, I want to manage everything that's coming from my employees. I want to have that feedback stored at one place, so that when I'm thinking about, when I'm in a place and zone to think about this particular project or thing, I'm really in the zone, and I really have everything, all my feedback, all my projects, all at one. I could like put, I don't.
Zoho Sprint. We should put a link in the description. If people are interested in getting Zoho.
But mind sweeps, it could be manual. I said Zoho Sprints, but it could be another program. If you could do it manually, good for you. But for me, it had to be on a cloud. So that's it. I think I gotta get going. I'm just gonna do our next. Yes,
to you.
moving
Actually,
on.
I'll let you go ahead with it.
Of course. All right, let's take a quick break for a second sponsor, bro. Because between building your business empire and chasing that next big idea, you don't have time to battle dust bunnies. That's where Les Entretiens Uninet floors to windows so you can focus on growth, not grime. Think of it as a spotless stage for your success. Let us worry about the cleaning while you keep reaching new heights. Entretiensuninet.ca. So yeah, bro, let's get back to our thing before we go, because I know that you're on a minute schedule today. That's what it is, and that's really what it is, you know. So as we said, man, do you have time for a last question, Jordan?
No, I gotta take off. But I want to just talk about our last sponsor, Ep.85. Where's it? Can you help me up with the visual over here?
Yes. No problem. Here it is.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, so you guys ever have one of those days where you just need a little Portuguese magic on your plate? A Quinta restaurant grills up authentic flavors that'll make you forget the hustle. Their dishes are fire-kissed perfection, served with a side of warm hospitality, and maybe, just maybe, a fine glass of Portuguese wine. Find them at 1851 Rue Ontario East, or visit them at aquinta.ca. One bite and you're already planning your next visit. All right, guys. Well, that's a wrap for Tuesday on the Strategy Vault Live. If you liked today's chat, if you liked our episode today about keeping chaos at bay through proactive planning, please make sure to subscribe, like, and comment on our YouTube channel. Thank you very much for listening, guys. We thank you, and have yourself a fantastic day.
You got the music? I can't find the music. You're gonna have to show me where it is, bro.
And before we go, don't forget to join us tomorrow when we talk about winners. Tomorrow's Winners Wednesday. Tomorrow we're talking everything about winning, a winning mindset. So again, thanks for tuning in. Plan ahead, stay calm, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very, very much. Woo! Let's go.
We always have viewers at this point, bro. We always have people jumping in.
All right, guys. Peace.
Ciao.